These aren't just more Excel formulae, they fundamentally changed Excel practice. Don't miss these. Before the formulae, the main way you organize data in Excel simply and powerfully, let's take a look. So let's get into tables in Excel firstly. How do you even spot a table in Excel? Yes, they can be difficult to spot. So let's click on the Jan sheet into the data and just notice at the top, you'll see table design. This is the easiest way to spot a table because we have our extra table options here. Another way is via the name manager. So if we go into the formulas toolbar here, define names and then named manager, I can see all of the tables listed in the file there. Incredibly useful. So that's how to spot a table. What about creating a table? Let's go over to the Feb sheet here. And I can see this is normal data. It's not a table. I'm going to select the data I want to put in the table, go to home and then format as table. You can go ahead and choose whatever formatting you like. I like simple formatting. So the alternating rows is perfect for me. And we can go ahead, hit OK, and we have our table here. We can confirm that by going back into the name manager. And I can see we now have two tables here. You could even rename your table if you wanted to do that. So the best thing about tables is dynamic data management. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to go ahead and just put another entry in my data set. And you can see automatically the table is going to expand to encompass that entry. How cool is that? But it gets better because Formulae will continue to expand their ranges as you put data into that data set. How cool is that? Let's update our countif formula to work with the table references. Now you can go back to the previous video, link in the video description if you want to know the specifics of the countif formula, but let's get it working with the table. So I want to select the dog column in the table. And can you see in the formula editor, we can see we've got structured references. So this reference is dynamic. It's going to continue to expand with the data in the data set. How cool is that? So I want to count Frodo here. I'm going to take this formula down, Control-Alt-V and F on the Windows PC, and I can see that formula coming down. So how cool is that? Well, just keep an eye on Frodo here. So Frodo has 4 walks. Let's go ahead and put an additional walk in. I'm going to select Frodo here. Just keep an eye on that formula we put in, and you can see it automatically updated. Dynamic data management, dynamic formulae, using Excel tables. They're a building block of modern Excel practice, an absolute essential. Now for 3 Excel formulae only just come into usage in the past few years. Incredibly powerful, game-changing stuff. Let's take a look. Okay, so let's start with the unique formula. So back into the spreadsheet, we're on the Jan sheet here. What I'm looking to do is get the unique values from this column. And yes, these days with Excel, we can do this with a single formula. We're going to type in unique, open the bracket, select our data set, and that's how easy it is to get the unique values from the data set. Now, what do you notice about this formula? It has this blue border around it. That's because it's a dynamic array. It's dynamic. So if we add more values to this data set, this formula is going to automatically calculate. Let's go ahead and quickly demonstrate this. If I put more values here, they are going to appear in our data set. How cool is that? Yes, it's a dynamic array formula. Let's skip over to the filter sheet. The filter formula, incredibly powerful. I've got it all set up here. I can select a dog and you can see the data automatically coming through. How cool is that? It's the power of a filter without having to click through the filters. So how to put it together? Select this cell, clear the cell. We're going to type equals filter, open bracket. Let's go to the Jan sheets. We're going to select our table. We've got the table references there. Hitting comma and then include. Include is the next component, probably the most difficult one to understand. So we've got to think, which column do you want to filter by? Go ahead, select that column. So we want to filter by the dog column here, and then equals. Now we need the value that we want to filter by. So we're going to select this cell. For completeness, put the dollar signs in, and this should complete our filter formula, going to hit enter, and I can see all of Kuda's entries automatically appear in there. I can bring Luna's entries in, and just to prove how this works dynamically, let's put another entry for Luna at the bottom. That table is going to update, and we've now got 4 entries in this data set. How cool is that dynamic functionality? But there's more. What about the sort formula? Suppose we wanted to change the date order that this data is displaying in. We can call on sort to do that. We're going to wrap this round the filter formula, so it's going to get a little more complicated. Open the brackets here. Let's get more room in the formula editor. Going to hit comma. And then, as always, I'm paying close attention to the prompts Excel is giving me. So sort index, I'm not so interested in. Sort order, I am interested in. So if I set this to 1 and close the bracket, we're going to sort the data in one way. And then if I change this value to -1, we're going to sort the data a different way. And I can go ahead and put a date in just to complete this, the 4th of January, 26 here. And we can see in filter, on our filter sheet, we can see that data coming through. So unique, filter, sort, fantastically powerful dynamic array formulae to get you started. Welcome to the year of your Excel success, but this isn't really about Excel, it's about you. Each month we build one skill step by step, no overwhelm, just steady progress with me and people like you. Because when you put your energy into the right skills, when your ladder is leaning against the right wall, everything gets easier, your work gets clearer, your confidence grows. So join the next live session and make this year the year you finally feel in control of Excel and of your career. Click subscribe to join the journey, links below. Could we use a formula to bring multiple data sets together in Excel? And what do those hashtags mean in Excel formulae? Let's take a look. Okay, so how do we stack data sets in Excel? Back into the spreadsheet, let's go to the all sheet. What we're looking to do is to stack the 2 data sets together, January and then February, in a single data set. So to do that, let's use the VStack formula. Going to hit the tab key to auto-populate. Then we just need to reference our data set, which Excel calls arrays. So what's the name of the January data set? Table Jan, comma. What's the name of the February data set? Table 5, just hitting the tab key to auto-populate this, closing the brackets, and then what about this? We've got our data coming through, the 2 data sets stacked up, and this data is dynamic. Let's prove that. We've got 25 entries. Going to go to the January data set, put another entry at the bottom, and we should be able to see we now have 20. Yeah, I can see Chris coming through there. We now have 26 entries in this data set. So 2 data sets stacked together in a dynamic way. How cool is that? But there's more, because we'd want to analyze this data set realistically. We'd want to analyze it. So how can we do that? Well, what I do more often than bringing through the whole data set is I bring in a specific column from a data set. It allows us to do this analysis more easily. So let's bring through the dog names here. So I'm going to hit VStack again, and then table Jan. And this time I'm after a specific column. So the square brackets brings up the columns there. This is the power of tables, the structured references. We can work through it this way. So I'm going to type in dog there. Didn't type it in, just use the tab key to auto type. And then the second table is table 5, tab again, open that square bracket, and I want dog again, navigating to dog, using the arrow keys, hitting the tab key, closing the square bracket, and then closing our normal bracket. What's going to happen? We can see these dog names stacked up. Once again, let's prove it. I'm going to put my name in, and we should see my name now appearing in this data set. So we've got stacked data just from a single column. So let's go back to where we started with this series. Can we do a very basic analysis, this time of a dynamic data set? So how would we put that together? Let's try our countif formula again, this time with our dynamic data set, and here is where the magic happens, because to reference a dynamic data set, we have a different referencing technique. I'm going to put our absolute references in as usual, using the F4 key and the dollar signs, then we need the hashtag. Can we see this hashtag? This means reference the dynamic array, modern Excel practice. Hit the comma key and then the criteria we can select as usual, hit enter, and our countif formula has gone in there. Control-Alt-V and F, paste special this formula down, and what have we got? Well, we've got 25 entries, and then our dynamic array, we have 25 entries. Let's prove this. Let's go and put Frodo, let's go and give Frodo another walk. He probably needs a walk, Frodo, you know. He's not the slimmest of dogs. There we go. And what can we see in our analysis on the all sheet? We have an additional walk appearing there for Frodo. So that's how to do modern analysis in Excel, stacking up dynamic data sets and doing this kind of dynamic analysis. So we've learned how to use new Excel formulae to operate Excel in a much more dynamic and powerful way. If you're following the year of your Excel success, don't forget to subscribe. The next video to watch is right here.